That's right. I'm officially doing it. I'm officially calling out all of my fellow content creators and the community in the most loving way that I can do it. I think it's officially time for us to take some sort of action here. So, if you're watching this, I would appreciate it if you would go bug the other content creators about reacting to this video, or at the very least, watching it and sharing some thoughts. I know that a lot of them are probably similar to me in that they don't watch a lot of other raid videos. So, this might not pop up for them. So, I need you guys to go bug them about this a little bit. I'm calling y'all out. I think it's time for us to try to make some sort of a change. This game is in such a bad state right now, and we've been gradually watching it get pulled further and further away from its potential over the last several years. I mean, pretty much since the game came out, and that's tough. That's frustrating to watch because the game has such a good foundation. There's a lot in this game to enjoy, but Plarium almost refuses to let you enjoy it. It's almost like they're trying to do the worst things they can come up with just to see if they can still make as much money as they're making. And they must be, because it's only getting worse every single day, it feels like at this point lately. I don't think anybody needs to be convinced that this is terrible. And it's one of many things that's terrible, but this is the freshest of them. This is a deliberate smack in the face. And people are going to participate in it. Because Plarium doesn't care what we say. There's been a pattern for years where Plarium does the thing that they do. All the content creators make videos about how bad it is. All of the comments echo the sentiment, and the community as a whole, at least the YouTube side of the community as a whole, kind of expresses, "We don't like this. This is bad." But then we also turn right around from that and continue to give them money and continue to do the fusions and buy their passes and participate in the events and tournaments and do all of the things that we just talked about how much we hate. So we say one thing, but then they have data and analytics and revenue that says another. And that's what they care about. They care about the money, number one, but they also care about having analytics that back up the decisions they're making. So if we embrace this mindset of, well, we've got to do it because it's all we've got. They're apparently never going to stop doing fusions, so I might as well just do all the fusions. The events are never going to get better, so I might as well just do what I have. That, coupled with the culture they've created where you're missing out if you don't do everything. If you miss this fusion, you could be missing out on the next Brogni. If you don't do this event, you're not going to get all those legendary tomes at the bottom. You're missing out. If you don't pull your shards, you're missing out. How can you pass up on this? You've got a 25x chance to get blah blah blah. How could you pass up? They're always trying to make you be empty. They're always trying to make you feel like you're missing out and that you need to spend money to not be missing out. And that's got to stop. It doesn't have to be that way. There's plenty of other mobile games that are not like this, right? And again, the foundation here is great, and there's a lot of fun to be had in the game. But this champion pass is the most boring, lazy, uninspired battle pass I've ever seen in a game since battle passes have been a thing. And if enough people buy this, this is what they'll look like forever. There will be no reason for them to change it or try to make it better if enough people buy it. And I worry that enough people have. But I feel like as a community, we need to try to make them understand that 50,000 silver brews and clan boss keys aren't enough for something like this. That's not going to cut it if you're trying to get our real life money. You can't do a crossover and not have the champ even look like the person it's supposed to look like. Who is this lady? That's not Xena. That's Christy from down the street in a Xena costume. They're not trying. They don't care. This is unbelievably uninteresting. And they don't care, and they don't have to care. And that's frustrating. And I think as a community, we can change that. I would love to see them. I would love to feel like they care about this game. I would love to feel like they care about the community. I would love to see anniversary events that are something more than the number of the year it is on the banners in the events tabs, but the same events and the same shit. Third year anniversary, we got cakes and threes. Fourth year anniversary, they dropped the cakes. We got fours. They don't do anything interesting. Anniversary events in mobile games are supposed to be a big deal. That's supposed to be the developer saying, "Thank you for getting us another year in an industry where it's very tough to rack up years." This is a very competitive industry. This is tough. So when your players carry you another year, you're supposed to appreciate that. That's supposed to mean something. But they have such clear disdain for their player base. Like they straight up have made it clear they don't even like us. That they put a few fours. And for the 5th anniversary, they'll throw a few fives in, if that. Because again, they downgraded from 3 to 4. So who knows what we're getting at the 5th year anniversary, but they don't like you. These other games, these other mobile games, some of them, it feels like they appreciate their players, and it's so noticeable. It's kind of the difference in how a small business feels about their customers versus how like Walmart feels about their customers. Like they know that they're fine. They know they're getting your money, and they don't even really want to interact with you. They don't care what you think. They don't care what you think. They care how much money they make. They care what their data says. If we go into their wallets for a change, the game will get better. And I bet you it'll get better rapidly. I know that as the YouTube community, we're not the whole player base, and we're not even a majority of the player base, but we're enough of the player base. If we weren't, they wouldn't engage with us at all. There wouldn't be a content creator program. They wouldn't do the things with the content creators that they do. They wouldn't bother. But there's enough of us here, right? There's enough of the whale population that's engaged with the YouTube community to make a difference. We can't dry their whole well up, but we can put a dent in their revenue. There's plenty of this game to play without rewarding their nonsense. Continue to do Doom Tower, farm your dungeons, build your champions. Again, there's plenty of dungeons in the game. There's plenty to do. I've been playing the game like this for a while in the Free to Succeed series. I have not done any fusions. I tried to do one or two early on, but like I haven't done any fusions. I don't get too caught up in their summon events. If there's a good 10x or something or an extra legendary, I'll summon occasionally. I don't bother much with the events or tournaments. I have so much more fun playing this game the more disconnected I get from everything they're doing. I promise you there's fun to be had without participating in everything they're doing. And it's going to have to change because it's so unfun. It's so unfun. And I'm just tired of watching them treat their players like shit and get away with it. So, again, I'm kind of officially calling my fellow content creators out. React to the video, share your thoughts on the video. If you agree or disagree, fine. I'm interested in the discussion, but I do believe if we all came together as a community, we can make enough of an impact that they have to start treating this game a little differently. And I would love to see this game start working its way back toward its potential rather than continuing to get aggressively yanked away from it. This game feels like it's getting worse by the day. And while I enjoy logging on and having stuff to rant about and making the skits, and that's all fun for me, what would be more fun, I think, is to log in and have this game be good and feel like Plarium's actually trying to take it in a healthy direction and feel like Plarium cared about their players a little bit. And for there to be stuff in the game that I really wanted to genuinely get invested in. You know what I mean? I have enough fun playing it the way I play it. And again, it's fun for me to log in and find stupid shit that they do and rant about it. I get a kick out of that, and other people seem to get a kick out of that. But like, dude, can we can we try a little bit, Plarium? Can you try a little bit to do something good? Sometimes. I think we can force them to, and that's basically what it's about. So it's official. I'm officially calling for the strike. Don't give them any money. Don't do any fusions. Stay out of the tournaments and events tabs. Don't participate in these stupid ass summon events they're doing. Right? If there's a 2x is a good summon event to play around in. The double Lego can be fun to play around in. 10x's and any of the x's don't do. Fuck these summon pull stupid ass events. Just disconnect for a little bit from all of this bullshit. Stop rewarding them. Don't buy packs. If you need, let's talk about one real quick, if it's still here. Something like this. This is an example of one. There's multiple versions of this. They're selling you fractions of a summon. And I hope that you hear that. I hope you hear that for what that is. That is, they want your real life money. They're offering you multiple different versions of packs for your real life money for a fraction of a summon. This is 1/6 of a summon, and they want your real money for that. There's another one that popped up for me that's 10. It's gone now. I hope everybody hears how insane that is. It's a game to them. They're fucking with you. And some of you are still giving them money. They're walking up and spitting in your face and you're paying them for it. We have to stop. We have to stop. So I guess it's official. I guess it's official. I'm the one doing it. I'm calling for the strike. I think the YouTube community as a whole is big enough to make an impact and maybe make this game better. So let's see if we can't do that.